Humility is important because the entertainment industry is full of ego. It is full of accomplishments. I mean, one question that we ask each other is like, what is the last thing you did? What are you up to? What are you doing? And we don't mean to be this way, but you want to hope that the next thing you're doing is bigger and better than the last thing you did. So there is a lot of like one-upping each other, not in a competitive sense, but just in a, I'm doing great, and I was doing this, now I'm doing this. As time goes on, the smaller you feel. I'm currently living and doing things that I dreamed about doing 10 years ago. And so being here today, when I think about where I'm at, I think about the guy who was hoping to be here, and now he is here. And so I just remember that, this was definitely not guaranteed. This was a pipe dream for a long, long time. And so I'm only here by the grace of God. And so for me, that's very humbling. I know of a lot of people who've done really, really incredible things. And I know of people who have done okay things, but are really loud about it, and they make it sound like they've done really big, incredible things. That is definitely not humble. Humility is referring to yourself and your success or your accolades in a way that is stating facts as opposed to kind of gloating. So I think the way you communicate about your life and your career and your projects, there is a way to go about it that makes much of God and less of you, and much of people, much of your colleagues and less of yourself. I've seen humility represented well here at this festival. Every time somebody steps on stage, Bruce Marciano spoke, and I'm gonna be honest, I did not recognize who he was. And so I Googled him and I thought, he played Jesus. And the fact that an actor who played Jesus was on stage and was speaking in a manner of just making much of God and communicating the gospel and kind of referencing his career as like an aside, to me, I thought, wow, what a humble way to go about that. Christ humbles us. What Christ did, descending from heaven, being born as a baby, living his life for 30 years in what seems to be obscurity as a carpenter, and then becoming a rabbi and teaching and preaching and then and healing, and then dying on a cross. If you follow the life of Jesus in the Bible, he is the ultimate example of humility. And so I think he is the God that we can learn humility from.